ora, welcome back to Mondays with Moshe. So in this session we're talking about the nature of duality. So in the last session we talked about this idea of life as oneness, and that it's one of the ways we can look at it is that it's the three worlds, and that we are as humans like bringing those worlds together, the physical world, the invisible world, and
the inner world and the outer world.
There you go. There you go. He's so articulate.
Yeah.
So in this one we're talking about the nature of duality and looking at that from the creation myth of China, which is that in the beginning there's just this one individual world. So this is like the Tao or the great mystery or the quantum field. Like it's just this invisible whole field of energy that has no separation. And so as we kind of get into our practices and development, we start to feel like we're one with everything that's happening. So that's the oneness principle which is behind it all. And then we have this notion of out of the one came this, spark of energy. So I love this notion that life itself gives birth to energy, and that energy, it fell into the void and it split itself. It created a symbol of the circle. So ultimately we're all coming back to wholeness and oneness with whatever we do in life. And when it returned to its point of origin, it fell down the middle and it split itself in two. And this is where we get the notion of yin and yang. So yin is like the earth. It's substantial, it's heavy, it sinks down, and it's got a physical form. So in our last picture we talked about earth is here, heaven's here, and earth is substantial. So that's why in this picture the dark side is always coming down. And in contrast, the light side is going up. So our life is this combination of down in the physical reality and up in the spiritual dimension, and it can be up and down.
It can really be.
Share your experience.
Yeah, because we can only really know who we are in relation to what we are not. You can never really experience your light if you're surrounded by light. It's like lighting up a lighter in front of the sun. You'll never really experience the light that you are. So we bring in the darkness, which is just the absence of light, nothing negative about that. When you light something up in the dark, and then you get to see the infinite power of who you really are. So that is to me, in my personal experience, that's how this whole thing relates to me.
Yeah.
You can never really know who you are unless you know who you are not as well.
Yeah. So the dual nature, and I think one of the useful things about this is it gives ourselves context.
Yes.
So everything's relative, nothing's absolute, and there's always this double side. And in part the spiritual journey is like, how do we find the middle path?
Yeah.
Like how do we find the way of balance, the path of balance, by uniting these influences inside ourselves, the light and dark, the positive and negative, the masculine, feminine, like those dualities are part of who we are.
And having a healthy balance between the two definitely is one of the challenges of human life, and one of the goals as well. Being able to find a way to unite these two types of energies.
Yeah, and it's step by step. That's this path bit. We just step it out.